Dear learners, it's really an amazing journey to learn marketing in the course of marketing entitled The Art and Science of Marketing from Basics to Breakthrough. So, we reached nearly three-fourths of our journey of marketing course where we are going to start the week 9, module 9, and that is related with designing and managing the value network and channels. Now, value network and channel actually consist of the third P of marketing mix. I hope every one of you must be remembering that four P's of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. We already covered in last 2 weeks the product, the details, the strategies, and the different elements which marketer need to understand related with the product and the price element of marketing mix. Now let's move to the third element of marketing mix, that is place. And in this week we are trying to cover the designing and managing the value network. Why we are calling value network? Because we are delivering value by taking the help of network and the channel or the channel members. So this week is again going to be divided into 5 specific lectures, and the first lecture is basically deal with role of distribution channels in value delivery. I, Dr. Asutosh Mohan, Associate Professor at Institute of Management Studies, Banaras Hindu University, would like to start the lecture 1 with the session objective. So, what are going to be our session objective? So, session objectives are basically divided into 3 specific components. First, we try to define what we mean by distribution channel and what is the strategic importance in terms of its role in marketing to fulfill the market requirement. Then we identify the role of intermediaries in value delivery process, and finally we try to evaluate the distribution, how distribution is enhancing the customer experience and profitability. So while dealing all these particular factors, we will also try to cover the different real life examples, the different product examples to make you understand in a very concrete manner with an application orientation. So let's start as per the tradition of our course. Let's start the session with a story. With a story, a real story, Amul's village to table model. We all know the brand Amul, the number 1 brand in terms of milk in India, a creation of a cooperative movement. Now this Amul model actually revolutionized the entire milk distribution network, and they opted for 3-tier supply chain. What actually it is? The collections from different villages, the district level processing units, and then the state level marketing functionaries who are actually making this distribution possible and creating an experience of brand Amul. This model not only ensured freshness but empowered the rural farmers. That is what the objective of cooperative movement. That's what the objective of empowering the small farmers or the small milk producers and integrate their effort into a big brand like Amul. So what's the learning for us? This is actually an effective channel design that deliver value and social impact. A very rare combination where we are finding this corporate model of a cooperative in such a big scale, a kind of mammoth scale this cooperative achieved, not only to provide a value driven product and service related or guided towards the customer, but also helping the different partners, the suppliers, empowering those particular milk producers. So it's a one of the big example which many of us keep on quoting again and again, the success story of Amul. So what is distribution channel and what is value network? That's a very initial question which we need to answer. Don't you think value network or distribution channel is a interdependent organization? And why they are interdependent? Because for one organization's output will become an input for other organization. They are dependent on one another. They are dependent on one another to make this flow possible, where from supplier the raw material is reaching in the hands of customer as a finished product. So if you are not synchronizing, if you are not depending, if the flows are not synchronized, if the things are not dependent one another, and you realize the importance of this dependency, the channel understanding, managing or delivering value will not be possible. That is why it is the process of making a product or service available to the consumer. So, it is a definition of supply chain also, a very basic definition of supply chain. The supply chain operation starts from the customer order and ends with the delivery as per the customer order. So, everything starts with the ordering of customer and ending with the delivery of the ordered entity to the customer. How things are going to be managed, that is what supply chain. And how the things are going to be managed at the front end of supply chain, that is what distribution network, that is what the distribution channels we are talking about. We have different names, several people used to call it demand chain also. We call it value networks also, where the combination is actually delivering value, and this is again recognized very beautifully by Philip Kotler in his explanation of this value network, and he quoted very precisely, a value delivery network composed of the company, suppliers, distributors and ultimately the customers, who partner with each other to improve the performance of the entire system. Just see the keywords, the partnering. Why this partnering of different parties required? This partnering is required to improve the performance of the entire system. Now, improve the performance of entire system means you want to increase or enhance the delivery of value again and again, and you don't want to only meet, but you want to exceed that particular expectation of the customer. So, every entity integrated in the value network need to ensure a proper coordination, collaboration and synchronization of efforts to provide this realization of value ultimately to the customer. And it is possible if every stakeholder, every particular partner in this value network will feel like a partner in a real sense, will have a kind of belongingness to make this operation a successful operation. Now, what are the different channel functions? How we will define, how we will try to identify what kind of channel functions are actually performed by the organizations participating or actually the partner of one organization. It is divided into different components. For example, information is one of the function of value delivery partner or the channel member. Several times this information is provided to the customer to guide their purchases, but this information is not only one side. This channel member also captures the sentiment of customer, and this capturing of sentiment and passing this information back to the manufacturer, that is also a very crucial element, and that constitute the one of the intelligence with marketing intelligence system need to capture. So, the dissemination of information, collection of information and again dissemination to back end, it is a very crucial role which channel partners used to perform if they feel a sense of partnership. Beside that, Definitely channel members are promoting, ensuring a proper display, ensuring a proper guidance, so they are promoting the product. They help in terms of providing ease and ordering, that's what the purpose. They are facilitating the order delivery, order taking and delivery of order. They indulge into the negotiations, this is very crucial element. They also negotiate on behalf of manufacturer, not only on price but also they can negotiate on different terms and condition associated with the product or the after sale service or pre sale service, in terms maybe in terms of guiding the things, in terms of installation, in terms of customer service component. So, different types of negotiations are possible. So, channel member is performing this crucial role also. Channel members nowadays not only providing the facility of payment, but also they are ensuring to have a collaboration with different financial institutions where they can provide certain kind of financing option. So, finance in a real sense talks about collecting money for the sale and then passing this money backside to the manufacturer. But nowadays these distribution channel members, sometimes guided by the manufacturer, sometimes they have their own independent arrangements where they are making the financing options available to the customer. So, that is again a very identified and a very distinctive kind of role or function performed by the channel member. Risk taking. Why it is risk taking? Risk taking is mentioned here because whenever this channel member takes the ownership of the product, it means from manufacturer product shifted to the wholesaler or retailer or distributor, these channel members are actually taking the onus or ownership of the product which might be lying in their godowns. So, whatever the cost stuck until unless product is sold, whatever the risk of ownership associated in terms of damages, in terms of obsolete nature of the product or something happens with those particular storage, whatever the ownership risk manufacturer is holding, that pass to the channel member and they are also holding the same. This is what risk taking is. Financing is mentioned again because one financing which I talked in terms of traditional financing, where they used to collect the money and then pass it to manufacturer. Now, second financing, which I already explained in the first one, second financing is actually representing the collaboration they are having with different financial institutions which provide easy monthly installment type of facility, the credit facilities, and accordingly they are making this selling possible by pushing the product with certain kind of facility provided to the customer. Physical possession, naturally they have to have take this, and payments which are taking the diverse routes. Now, payment and the types of payment option which you need to provide to customer, that is changing. It is not only the hard cash which you need to handle. You have to have the different kind of UPI arrangement. You need to have the different kind of card swapping machine arrangement. So, all those possibilities and exploring and making a tie up with the different partners to make this payment a effortless, seamless kind of payment, that is also one of the crucial responsibility growing for the distribution channel members, and it is the function or it is basically related with the distribution channel members functions in totality. Now, what are the different flows in distribution channel? By and large, we are having 5 kind of flow. The first flow is physical flow, means goods are moving from manufacturer to distributor to wholesaler to retailer and finally to consumer. The reverse is also possible. Reverse is possible when any particular product is returned by the customer to the retailer, and then retailer ensure it to send it back to the manufacturing facility. So traditionally it was one way flow, but nowadays when we talk about the reverse flow, the reverse logistic possibilities where the lots of promotional and the return possibility emerge. So this physical flow may have bidirectional. Title flow, it's usually in one direction, that's relate with the holding of ownership. So from manufacturer to the distribution channel member and finally to consumer when consumer pays for that particular product or service. So title flow is unidirectional. Then we have payment flow. This payment flow is usually the backward direction until unless the product is actually acquired by the distribution channel members by paying advance to the manufacturer. So in case of high demand, this possible, but by and large the entire trade is going with credit. It means when retailer receive money from consumer, they remit it back to wholesaler, wholesaler send it back to the manufacturer, and money flows backward from customer to manufacturer, whereas the physical flow usually 90% forward. The ownership flow is always by and large forward, and this money flow is a kind of backward flow. Fourth flow is information flow. Now this information flow, what do you think? Can it be possible to make the flow of information unidirectional? What's your take? I don't think so. Until unless any information receives a feedback, until unless any information pass to different entities, different element, different individual, receive a kind of acknowledgement, would you consider this flow of information as effective flow? No. That is why information flow is always bidirectional. Whether it is between the retailer and customer, between the manufacturer or wholesaler, or the wholesaler or retailer, it is always bidirectional. So information flow remains bidirectional. What about the last flow? That is promotional flow. Now promotional flow is again a unidirectional and it need to be forward directed. Why? Because whatever manufacturer offered as a promotion, that is received by the channel member, and channel member is accordingly passing this benefit to the customer. So it's a unidirectional forward flow. So what we understand in this particular slide, the channel is having possibility of 5 flows. The first flow, that is physical goods flow, by and large unidirectional, forward directed, but in case of return it may be bidirectional and backward. The ownership flow, unidirectional forward movements. Payment flow, again by and large unidirectional backward flow. Information, always bidirectional, no question of forward or backward if it is bidirectional. Promotion is again a forward unidirectional flow. Now let's move further. Let's try to identify the different channel levels which we need to understand, and these are defined here for two kind of product. One is consumer marketing channel and the second one is industrial marketing channel. And just see, every whether it's a consumer or industrial, it is having 0 level, 1 level, 2 level and 3 level channel. 0 level channel means direct to consumer, D2C, manufacturer to consumer without any middleman involved. First level, manufacturer to retailer to consumer, so one middleman is there. 2 level, manufacturer, then wholesaler, then retailer, then consumer. In third level, wholesaler, jobber or distributor, then retailer and then consumer. The same thing is possible with the industrial marketing channel with a slight difference. For zero level, again it's a manufacturer to industrial consumer. One level, one distributor might be part of this industrial consumer. Two level, manufacturer representative may go directly or go through industrial distributor and then industrial. In third level, manufacturer sales branch may have the manufacturer representative and then they go to distributor and they go to the industrial consumer. So, that is the possibility, and that is what we are talking about: 0 level, 1 level, 2 level or 3 level marketing channel. We need to understand here, if you increase the number of layers in your marketing channel, it means you are increasing somehow the price of the product, because every channel member will seek a sufficient margin to work and to survive. So, if you are making direct to the consumer, you are saving certain elements on margin, and that is why several times we keep on hearing that direct to consumer model is having the possibility of the cheapest offer which consumer is getting, because they are passing the benefit of margin to the consumer. Now, what is the importance in value delivery, or how we try to understand value delivery relevance for a consumer? Don't you think if a value delivery network is established by an organization, the consumer may have a kind of assurance of timely availability? As and when required by the consumer, the product is, consumer is quite certain that it will be available, and this provide a kind of mental peace. Yes or no? Several times whenever there are adversities, we keep on thinking whether this product will be available or not. Remember our experience during the pandemic duration. One of the worst experiences which every one of us faced during the lockdown. Many times we kept on bothering whether or how we can procure that material, because supply chains, the distribution networks were disrupted in those particular closings, in those particular shutdowns. So, this is what one of the importance of distribution channel. Another is assured product quality. So, if your distribution channel member is handling, or your value network partners are handling the product in a very wonderful, in a very excellent manner, don't you think you are also having a kind of satisfaction as a consumer that I purchased this product from this retailer which used to keep the product in good standard way? So, assurance of quality, it's not only with the brand, the manufacturer's quality reliability assurance, but it also having a link with the channel member, the value network, which is actually emphasizing or enforcing this quality dimension in our mind. Then we have the cost effectiveness and the convenience. How good this channel or value network member to provide more and more value. How good this value network member can help us in terms of offering the things in a convenient manner. Convenience not only in terms of assessing the product, convenience in terms of evaluating, in terms of after sale service, in terms of even the payments need to be collected by consumer, the convenience in totality. Convenience in totality is also one of the factors which decide what kind of value network we need to design for. After sales service support, that is very crucial, and in certain sectors, say in automobiles. By and large, the decision or design of value network depends on the capabilities of the network member in terms of their capability to provide the after sales services, because that used to be one of the crucial element evaluation element by the consumer to decide which brand to purchase, which brand they don't want to purchase. Now let's take some real world example. Big Basket or any B2B Kirana support. We found lot many home delivery apps developed even by local players to provide services in one small locality, maybe mohalla, maybe one region, one particular locality altogether. So those app-based delivery mechanism is a good evolution during the pandemic time. So what they are using? They are basically using the tech-enabled product. They are using the tech-enabled distribution. They used to have the dark store and they try to ensure the last mile delivery. Why? Because they simply provide you an assurance if you have requirement of any product related with your routine use item, we are giving you a certainty that we will deliver. You need not to bother, you need not to locate where actually our store is, because it might be a kind of hidden store, no store, maybe simply a go down of the selected routine items. So they will ensure the delivery with the help of technology. With the help of that technology, they ensure to reach as per your requirement on time at your doorstep so that you feel satisfied. And that's what the model of many of these grocery stores available online, including Big Basket. Now, what's the summary? What is the overall understanding or overall things which we understand in this particular first lecture of distribution channel or value network? The first thing, channels are critical for customer satisfaction and business growth. Don't you think it's a reality? If your customers are not satisfied, if your customers are not actually getting or perceiving any value with your value network members, what is the use? You're neither able to sustain your business nor you will be able to earn the profits. Both are closely linked. So customer satisfaction and business growth. If customers are satisfied, the chances of growing business will be higher. And that is what a crucial element, a crucial gap which need to be filled by the value network partners or distribution channel members. Another learning, choosing the right channel affect reach, cost and control. Very crucial, and I don't think anyone can disagree with this element, and this is one of the basic requirement. And the last one, effective coordination lead to long-term value creation. That's what the first learning objective talked about, satisfaction. Satisfaction is key for long-term orientation of any organization. So if customers are satisfied, then only they return back to you, keep on giving you orders again and again, and you will enjoy that relationship over a long period of time. That's what every organization wishes to have. So post-session assignment, as per the tradition, as per the requirement of my course, I keep on posing the different real experience kind of assignment which you can have in terms of reflective thinking. So what exactly today I am going to give? Just choose a product you buy regularly and trace how it reaches you. Difficult? Obviously your answer will be from manufacturer to point of purchase. But just try to find out, just try to unearth what might be the different channels involved to make this product available from manufacturer to retailer. Might be you need to go and have a chit chat with the retailer. Might be you need to just think or try to find out from where retailer is actually getting the product, and from there how they are getting the product. Just do a little bit of exercise and enjoy the beauty of the distribution channel. If you have further interest, read the article of Harvard Business Review, Channel Strategy for Digital Age, which talks about the conversion, which talks about the transformation of distribution channel with the requirement of digital era. And if you remember, in the beginning, in the first week itself, we talked about one of the trends of marketing, that was disintermediation and reintermediation. So, traditional channels are either disappearing or transforming, and a new kind of channel members are entering into this digital era, and how beautifully this integration is going on. This is what explained in this article of Harvard Business Review. So thanks for trusting the course, thanks for spending time with course, with the course instructor also, and wish you happy learning and happy life. Thanks again.